And 8 years ago, the famous Paris to Dakar rally was moved to South America. Now it's in Bolivia, but the publicity and attention brought by the rally is also shining a light on other domestic problems.
The main focus is on water, or the lack of it. We'll be looking at the social media campaign to pressure the Bolivian government to do more about the ongoing water shortage. Connect with us with the hashtag #AJNewsGrid.
Saturday's stage in Bolivia was actually cancelled due to bad weather, but the rally's been generating a lot of discussion online as it makes its way through the country. And Leah, it is not just about cars, is it here? We're talking something completely different.
It's not. It's a lot, and mainly it's about water.
Water, okay.
Right. So in Bolivia, they have had drought for more than 25 years, and there's been a water shortage and also water rationing for the last 2 months in the La Paz area, which is where the Dakar rally is happening today, which has sparked quite a few protests here. The hashtag saying no to Dakar and yes to water is very popular right now in this part of Bolivia, with an ongoing conversation. Simply folks in La Paz saying that the government's not doing enough, that this is not a good time to be having a Dakar rally like this when people are desperate for water, where a lot of them can't afford to buy bottled water regularly. And Dakar, though, and the local government have come out and said that they will not be using any water from Bolivia. They're trucking their water in from Argentina. The local government is also asking protesters to not protest at this time, that this is something that is good for the economy, that the Dakar rally can help the local economy build, but people overall are not really buying it. They're still rather frustrated, like Tatia here saying that she does not stand with Dakar and that Bolivia has priorities. Again, using the hashtag Agua sí, Dakar no, yes to water and no to Dakar. A lot of pressure, Kamal, for the folks wanting the government to do more.
And to that end, has the government actually reacted, be it officially or through social media or anything?
Right, both. There's been an official announcement. It's officially there is a state of emergency in parts of Bolivia because of this. And the president, in November, when the state of emergency was first issued, he said this, that there's a team, an emergency team working to try and fix these problems for the long and short term, because this is a very long-term problem in Bolivia. Drought is something that's very, very common. But at the end of the day, people want the government to do more, to help them more, and not just ration it. You can get in touch with us with the hashtag #AJNewsGrid.
Cool. Thanks for that, Leah. Leah, do you want to chime in on this one for us? I've actually just seen a Facebook comment here from Stephen who said, I doubt China or anyone else will tell us who we Americans can talk to. What else do you see?
Right, I've seen a lot of comments like that, but the bulk of this conversation started back in December when Donald Trump tweeted this out, saying that the president of Taiwan, in all caps, called me today to wish me congratulations on winning the presidency. And it wasn't until December 30th that Taiwan announced this trip that the president would be coming to the United States. Now she's about to land momentarily. But I'm seeing a lot of support for Trump and Taiwan online. This user here saying there's many other countries that wanted Trump. Don't forget about Israel, Taiwan, and other countries in the EU, especially for immigration reasons. And then a lot of criticism on the same token about this one China idea, and the fact that what Emmanuel says here, that Trump's outreach to Taiwan was highly disrespectful of the one China policy, that Tsai Ing-wen's visit to the U.S. is setting stage for conflict. Gregory told me that he very much agrees with the idea that this could be bad for Taiwan, saying that Beijing will only increase efforts to thin the ranks of countries that recognize Taiwan diplomatically and exert more pressure on the island. What do you think? We're online. Use the hashtag #AJNewsGrid, or you can write to me directly at Leah Harding, AJE.
Sure. Now, funny little story to end with. Not funny, but sad, actually. The killer whale, or orca, at the SeaWorld Adventure Park, which featured in the controversial film Blackfish, has died. He was known as Tilikum, captured from the wild and killed 3 people, actually, while in captivity, including one trainer at the SeaWorld in Orlando. He had an infection and was 36 years old. Our resident Floridian, Leah, I'm sure you've been to SeaWorld many times.
I've been many times, I must say. Yeah, I'm from Orlando, so a local story for me in many ways, but it's also a very international story online. Blackfish, the company that made the movie that was so controversial featuring Tilikum, the whale with the with the dipped arch here, with the dipped dorsal fin, saying that it's heartbreaking news. PETA, on the other hand, saying that in death, Tilikum, the whale, is finally free, posting on their account called SeaWorld of Hurt, where happiness tanks, really trying to shed light on how SeaWorld has not done a good job with their whale breeding program. Alexis here bringing in the hashtag empty the tank, very common with this story, trying to call out SeaWorld to do more and to change their actions with their whale breeding. This tweet here saying that, how can SeaWorld care? Their parking lot at the San Antonio campus is bigger than the whale tank down there circled in red. Since Blackfish came out, the CNN-sponsored documentary, the stocks for SeaWorld have just tanked, as you can see here, since it came out in 2013. SeaWorld, in response, said that they are listening to the outcry from Blackfish and are trying to do something about it and have phased out their whale breeding and performing program. And they, on their website here, said that this is the last generation of killer whales at SeaWorld. Their Tilikum on the far right, who passed away on January the 6th. A very sad story in many ways. But if you want to get in touch with us, you can with the hashtag AJNewsGrid. Kamal.
Leah, I thought it was called Shamu.
Shamu, Tilikum. Tilikum is his official name. Shamu is more of the brand of killer whale, if you will.
At the various SeaWorlds around the world.
Exactly.
Gotcha. All right, thank you for that, Leah. At Leah Harding AJE if you want to connect directly with Leah. At Kamal AJE if you want to connect with me. And then there's all these other ways as well. Always use the hashtag AJNewsGrid because we're monitoring that on all our platforms. The easiest way for us to hear what you're saying is to tag in with there. On Twitter, at AJ English, we run the polls there. We run the call-outs as well, looking for your feedback. In fact, the polls are a great way just to interact with the show really quickly, retweet it, make sure it gets out there as well. Facebook.com/AJNewsGrid. The live stream is there. If you haven't watched the show on Facebook Live, you should, because you can comment as you go, you can see other people's comments and even watch us during the commercial breaks. Having a little chat in the studio. And the WhatsApp number is +974 501 11149 for your comments, your video, your photographs, your audio if you want to send as well. Anything that can help us tell the stories that we're covering on the Newsgrid, you can contribute to as well. I'm Kamal Santa Maria, taking a few days off. Folly Batibo in tomorrow here at 1500 GMT.